Hello friends, happy Sunday, let's chat.
Have some faith with it, you can call the shots. And every Sunday, you can have a coffee talk. Live with no limits, love is all we got. And every Sunday, you should have a coffee talk. Have some faith with it, you can call the shots. And every Sunday, you can have a coffee talk. Live with no limits.
Today I have a beautiful coworker of mine, and I call her Astrid because she's a star. But today I have the lovely Astrid! Hey, hi, hello.
Hi.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
Excellent. Do you want to introduce yourself a little bit?
Yeah, I'm Astrid. I work at...
So we started out in the same department,
Mm-hmm.
and now you work in the main office
Yes.
as
Reception.
the receptionist, face of the company. You know what I was thinking about earlier, actually?
What?
Is that you technically trained me.
I did, and I
Yeah.
trained Taylor.
Yeah.
And I trained Brenda.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
You were
They
like,
call me like the senior.
yeah,
customer
exactly.
service.
Start from the bottom, now we're here.
Yeah.
Because like I got promoted out of the counter girl.
Mhm.
Oh, we both started as counter girls. And now I'm the assistant buyer, and now she's the receptionist. Do you miss our office at all?
I do. Everyone always asks me, like in the main office, like, oh, do you... I'm like, it's a different environment. It definitely is. Like, the main office is a lot quieter.
Yeah. Do you miss Adam singing
Oh my
constantly?
yes.
Off key,
Oh
different
my God,
words.
yes. Just like randomly in the background, I can hear him. I'm just like he's like in his own world. But
So the whole reason, as you know, bring you on to this show.
yes.
What inspires Astrid?
Well, what I would say is my inspiration. Like, you know, I'm a mom of 2 daughters, and 100% I would say that my daughters are my inspiration. You know, like, they motivate me every day. I wake up every morning to go to work because of them. And I think, like, in general, just any parent would say that their children are their inspiration, are their motivation to just keep going in life and just wanting to do more for, you know, yourself, but also wanting to do more for them.
Right.
And to want to give them everything. I would say I would want to give my daughters everything that I didn't have as a child, you know.
Mhm.
Even though I know my parents like struggled and did all they could to give me everything,
Right.
I want to make sure like they have everything, they have the world, you know.
Yeah.
And like just being a parent in general just makes you see things very differently. It makes you look at things in like a different perspective. It no
Yeah.
longer is about you, you know.
Yeah, that's
it's
what-
about them, and
My
it
dad
makes
always
you
says.
yeah, and it makes you become like a very selfless person. Like you no longer want to do a lot for yourself, it's for them, you know.
Okay, yeah.
I'm just speaking like as like a parent, I guess. Like I feel like any parent would say that their kids are their inspiration to just become better, just to, you know, to make sure that they have everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's so cute.
I guess like general speaking, like family is just like inspiration to like people, you know. I feel like family doesn't necessarily mean someone that's blood related to
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
Family can be someone that you've grown up with,
Mhm.
or just have like a real connection with them. And I guess like family, I would say, is someone that accepts you and loves you for who you are, and like always wants to see you happy and wants to see you achieve your goals and just
Yeah.
become a better person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because it is amazing to go back to having kids.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I am only a cat mom, so
Oh my god.
I can relate to like a 1 out of 100th degree
Mhm.
of like I have to put food on the table for my cat. It's still amazing that like just the science of it, being able to like create another life form,
Yeah.
in my opinion, I do see how it changes everything.
Yeah.
The perspective of, instead of buying yourself like a higher end whatever, like makeup or something, like that's something that could go towards helping your kids.
Yeah,
like even if it's like
exactly.
saving money for like a college fund or
Yeah,
something. Like
yeah.
because I've seen you like look up different like Pinterest rugs and whatnot,
Oh
and
my
like
God, yes, the pom-pom rugs.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like you no longer like, I feel like, and I've had this conversation with my sister, she also has 2 kids, and we go to the store together, or we could just be going alone, and you just go like to just buy a shirt. It's like you buy it for yourself, but then you're like, I would put it away to just, you know, grab them like a shirt each, or like socks or something, because
Yeah.
it's just like, you just get like, not guilty, but it's just like, why buy myself something when I can buy them something, you know?
Yeah.
And I mean, it just makes you think very differently.
Yeah. 'Cause how old are they now?
Aaliyah is gonna turn 5 this year, and Alexis turned 3 in December.
Right.
Yeah.
Little
Yeah.
babies.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's not like they can go buy their own socks, you know?
Yeah.
So like you just want to provide everything that you can.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
amazing, like when you do find yourself comfortable as a parent, how much it can drive you.
Mhm.
In I feel like other aspects, again, I can't really talk from experience, like I just have cats,
Yeah.
but drive you to achieve more and be more so that they have something to look up to.
Exactly.
Or someone,
Yeah.
something, I
Yeah.
guess, if you're not human, but it is life-changing
Yeah.
to completely rearrange your priorities, because you live in such a comfortable little box that is just labeled for you,
Mhm.
and then you have to break out of that entirely
Yeah.
for your kids.
It's a blessing though, like to have kids, and then I want my girls to grow up and be like, my mom was my best friend, you know, like
Yeah.
I guess like family is always like, it's always been 100% something very important to me. Like I can say like I'm blessed that like my family has always been there for me to like support me and to just be there for me regardless of the decisions I've made and the
Yeah.
mistakes I've made. I know they would drop anything to just be there right by my side.
Yeah.
Like even just to listen, or just to have like, you know, a shoulder to cry on. Like I want that for my daughters. I want them
Right.
to be like, I can go to mom for anything. I can go to dad for anything. You know, it's just
Yeah.
like knowing that your daughters like look up, or your children just look up to you and go to you for anything. Like they're not scared. They're not, you know, they don't second, like instead of them going to a stranger, like
Yeah.
for them to just come and be comfortable
Exactly,
to just
yeah, that's
tell
awesome.
you anything, like, and I think that's where it comes like very difficult, and I've always been just scared of like, there's a fine line between being a parent and being your children's like best friend, you know, because you don't want to be strict with them and then have them
Right.
like just run to someone else for, you know, for them just to talk about anything.
Right.
Or you don't want to be their best friend and then they tell you everything, and like it's just like, you know, I'm your mom, you need to respect me, you
Yeah,
know, there's a
yeah.
fine line. But at the same time, it's like, it's very scary because you just think about like, oh my god, like, are my girls or are my children gonna grow up and make the wrong decisions? Like you always, like that's always in the
Yeah.
back of your head. Like it's a very scary feeling, but as time goes by, you get, you know, there's different situations and different things that happen in your life where it's kind of just like, oh, you learn from that and you
Yeah.
make certain decisions where it's just like, okay, well, I need to change that. Well, I can do this better.
Yeah.
So being a parent changes a lot in someone's life.
Yeah.
Having kids.
As a cat mom.
Yeah.
No, I mean, it does, like, change, like, because you're not only responsible for yourself, you're responsible for other people.
Exactly.
Oh, something I wanted to mention that, like, has nothing to do with anything. It's like, I just think it's, like, amazing the synchronicity in life where, like, this is a story completely irrelevant to what we were just talking about.
Oh my god.
So I was living with my dad, who, okay, I can tie this in a little bit. He's always been super supportive of me, and I lived with him for, like, I moved out to just live with him in a 2-bedroom apartment, and then I was like, I need out. Not in, like, a bad way. It was just like, I need to learn how to be independent.
Exactly.
Like, I need to figure out who I am, how to take care of myself, yada yada yada, to be able to reach that point eventually, because like I didn't exactly feel dependent on my dad that kind of did. Where, like, he would make me dinner every night.
Yeah.
And, like, all this other things. Like, he would, like, clean up after everything. And I was just like, I need to be a responsible adult.
I need to be an adult.
Yeah. So, started looking at apartments. And, like, found this one. And I was, like, immediately in love with it. I was just like, this the one. We're in. And I remember coming to work explaining the apartment to you, and then you're just like, is that on this street?
Yes, and we realized we were next door, well, across the street.
Neighbors. We were just neighbors.
Yeah.
Like, it was the weirdest thing. I was just like, of all places in the entire, like, 10-mile radius from our workplace that, like, people gather, I became your neighbor. I mean, she moved away now, and, like, I'm not saying I'm mad about it, I'm just disappointed, but I just wanted to bring that up at some point, that, like, we accidentally became neighbors, like, because, like, what are the chances?
Crazy.
And now to your parents that live across the way.
Yeah.
But it's still, like, bananas. Another thing to touch on a minute ago was the whole you don't have to be related to be family aspect. And I've definitely felt that way, especially lately. I even have a friend who calls me his niece. There's just so many people in my life that I do consider family that I would, like, drop everything for, like, no matter what. And it's so important to develop those bonds, like, especially for the longevity in your life, or when you do take on bigger responsibilities, like have a child, like, or two in your case. Those bonds are equally as important as, like, the actual family, like blood related people in your life, because it's family that you choose almost. So it's more tailored to you and, like, what you want to surround yourself with, like, and they help you become the person that you want to be, or at least achieve everything that you want to achieve. Ultimately, I feel like if you can swing it, and it is, like, the proper time for you in your life, as much as I feel like it's a stereotypical goal in someone's life, I feel like everyone should have kids at some point. I feel like it changes people for the better in the way where, how you were saying, it makes you selfless. Like, you experience what it's like to give your life entirely to someone else. And that, like, I feel like could sound like a death sentence to some people, but it's just like, you created a literal life form. Like, I mean, I don't find myself getting pregnant anytime soon. It's, like, such an alien concept to me. No offense to what your body's been through, but, like, it's like a parasite living inside of you.
Oh my God.
Feeding off your nutrients. That freaks me out. It's so weird. And, like, you showed me videos of, like,
I know.
baby being like, kick, kick. Like, it's like, just take a nap. I don't want that. But still, once I get over that, I do want to be able have that role model aspect in someone's life. I want to be able to bring good into the world and be able to experience everything that you are, like being able to make pom-pom rugs, like, and especially when it's, like, out of love and it's just, like, a representation of the relationship. I think my cat just, like, howled.
Oh,
what are you doing?
She's talking.
Hello. And I do give you so much credit for taking on such, like, a selfless task. Like, it is a challenge, but, like, having the ability to follow through with it, even if you do make mistakes and learn from them, like, in the end, builds a character that is better than who you were before. I believe, anyway. Again, not talking from experience, but I feel like it can provide you with an entirely different insight on life. Because it's no longer your life, it's your life for them.
Exactly. And, I mean, and stuff like that, I mean, I think, like, some people are prepared for it. You know, some people actually, like, you know, make sure they organize their lives, like make sure they're set, they have a home for their child, they have, you know, like everything, but like stuff happens, and you know, a baby just, you know, sometimes is unexpected, so it definitely, you're never really prepared for it. You never really know what to expect when you have a child, when you're a parent.
Right.
But you kind of just have to go with it. And I feel like I hope that my kids always, you know, learn to be kind, always, you know, look at the world, even though like the horrible things that are happening, that's what kind of scares you. And it's just like, do I want to bring a child into this world?
I thought about that, especially like recently with like all the So I appreciate you for coming on to the show today, and I appreciate you for tuning in. Please like, share, and subscribe if you're into this kind of thing. And with that, stay positive, my friends, and have a wonderful ass day. Your cat just bit me! Oh my god! Huh? Yeah, but I'm gonna edit it. You don't have to whisper.
Okay. I keep whispering.
It's okay, I understand. We're on set, silence in the audience, please. But oh, I don't know if you can see that. Oh, hello.
Hi.
It's my fly friend.
Oh
Just one. Just one. But
he wants to be part of your show too.
yeah,
Hi,
I
guys.
mean, I don't blame him. All the like tens of views I get.
Right? Oh my god.
You're a star, Fly. You're a star. I don't know how to end that. Ba, 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 da, da.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, guys.
And yeah. God! Yeah, God!
Oh my god. I was like, I need to add guy somewhere in this. I was like, to that fly, I was like, yeah, guy. Like
no one would understand that. Like Jamie's
would.
like backpedal, like no one else would understand
Oh
that.
my god.
Absolutely no one. Like talking about Chebrit, like no, everyone else would be like, "Is that a disease? What are you saying?" Like, I just called my supervisor a disease. But sorry, he doesn't even watch my videos. But sorry, just in case someday he like clicks on one out of curiosity. I just need to throw that.
I was looking at your I bought eyelashes and I wanted to wear them today because of you, but it didn't come with the glue.
Oh no!
Who does that?
Who does that?
Like, I thought all of them came with glue.
Who does that?
Oh my gosh! And I was like, maybe I can bring them to
everything.
Sammy and then she can teach me how to put eyelashes on.
I would have.
But I was like, I don't have the glue.
I have the glue. I have like, I might have an extra tube somewhere. I can check. I wish I could like flutter my lashes
I
in
was
a
like,
cute
you can
way.
fly with those. Like,
Yeah, I know. It's just, I can't do it. I can get it.
Oh my.
That's it.
Don't do that to me.
That'll be the thumbnail.
Oh my gosh, it's the beard.
It's the beard. It's taking over.
It's a different world.
Oh my god, Samantha. Okay, give me a second. Oh my god.
She can't be in the video.
You can't sit with us.
Live with no limits, love is all we got. And every Sunday, you should have a coffee talk.